Like I said, crime is...
Or perhaps examples of crime.
Okay. Crime can be like murder. You kill someone. And this murder can... Sometimes you can kill someone by accident.
Manslaughter.
That is why you see sometimes they say manslaughter, like you've killed a person but you didn't have the intention. But there is why someone has malice aforethought, like you plan, you look for the knife. You yes, you already had that mindset. You plan, you do what, you waylay someone, like because maybe he took your wife. You like yes, some people do it. Someone takes your wife and they kill you. So. You find like someone is committing murder, then we have like defilement. These cases are common in my region. Then human trafficking. Yes. And that is, human trafficking is a broad crime which people don't understand. I don't know if I can shed more light.
Please do. Please do.
When people talk about human trafficking, people just think of people boarding planes and going to Saudi or Middle East countries or whichever, because that is what they see on the media. That's what they see, people crying, come and rescue me, my boss is torturing me. But I assure you that 70% of cases of human trafficking are domestic. So I want the public to appreciate that we have two categories. Yes. We have both domestic and transnational.
Transnational.
Yes. Transnational is this where one crosses the borders and is exploited from another country. Okay. Then domestic, there where one is exploited within Uganda boundaries. Let's say you get like a girl of 14 years from Kabale. Bring her to Kampala.
It had to be Kabale.
Because that's where I come from.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So you bring to Kampala, and you tell the parents, I'm taking her to Kampala because I'm going to help her with education. But she reaches, then you turn her into a maid. What does it mean?
That or maybe a sex slave.
Sex slave. You put her in a bar. So when we get you, that is a case of trafficking. Someone will be like, but I've not taken her out of the country. So if we get you and this child is being exploited, because in the cases of trafficking, the purpose is exploitation. Remember that we don't even need to wait for exploitation to take place. If we can investigate and we're like, the purpose of this person being brought or being recruited was to be exploited, we still go ahead. For example, there's cases of sexual exploitation. If you bring a child, you put her in a bar, now you're forcing her to be good to the clients, when they touch you, you don't have to refuse, Even if when they have started touching and they haven't, we will know that the purpose was to sexually have this child exploited. So, especially, and I have to issue a warning to people who are employing juveniles as maids.
Who is a juvenile?
A juvenile in the Ugandan laws is anyone below the age of 18.
Okay.
But the Children Act allows children above 16 years to work outside home. But now you find someone having
a 16 and a half, 17-year-old?
No, having a 15.
Oh, okay.
They are not supposed to work out of the home. Even when they're working, they're supposed to be guided by the parents under the guidance.
That's why.
And even they are working outside the home, it shouldn't be hazardous. And remember, why it even contradicts, this child is supposed to be in school.
That's true.
So let us just resist from employing juveniles. Juveniles should be in schools. We all appreciate that the government has brought free education. So let parents embrace. If you want this child to work, you can work with this child during holidays. Then when time for school comes, let the child go to school.
Wow.
So that is how broad the case of human trafficking is. It even extends to organ harvesting. It extends to forced begging. You see these children who are begging on the streets?
Yes.
We've arrested many. They have people behind who plant them on the streets, and whatever they beg, they take to them. So what is the form of exploitation there? Forced begging. Then there is financial benefit, because this person who has brought this child on the street is financially benefiting from this child being there. But is it safe for this child to be on the street?
They reconcile after the day ends. Bringing what they have gotten from their begging activities.
Is it safe for the child?
No, it's not.
Is that where the child should be? Then you find these children who are hawking eggs on the streets. most of those children are go from their parents under false pretenses. We're taking this child to Kampala, we're going to put her in school. You find they are orphans, and people don't mind. At the end of the day, someone has like 10 boys hawking eggs. Yeah. And you know what happens when they don't sell all of them? They are beaten, they are tortured, denied food. It's like you have to sell these eggs. That is why you find a child like in the weird hour, the child is still struggling on the streets. Yeah. So when you see such a children, those are indicators. We always tell our police officer, those are indicators. Intervene. Yeah, don't just let it go that is a normal business. Find out where is this child coming from. Why is this child out at these weird hours? Where are the parents? So the case of trafficking is very broad that you cannot even actually finish it in one day. But when you go to that one of transnational, of course this is where someone recruits. You're not allowed to. You know, those people saying, I have a job here, I'm in Saudi, my boss wants a maid. Tony, get me someone. Then you go ahead, you also start, I have a job in Saudi. Yeah. So Tony, when this person gets a problem, we start who recruited. Automatically this person will be knowing Tony. So we come to Tony, you're the one who recruited this person. Yes. She's being tortured. Where is this person? Are you licensed to recruit?
That's number one. Huh. Are you licensed?
You're getting it. Because in Uganda, we have an organized way of externalizing labor.
Yes. Exporting labor.
Yes. So we have companies that are licensed by the Ministry of Labor, where we know that when a person gets an issue, the first place to go is the Ministry of Labor. My person was externalized by this company. My person has an issue, I've informed the company, they are not bothered, you know. So you go to the licensing ministry. They take it up from there. But now imagine where you've recruited someone, you're dealing with individuals. Yep. So that person automatically, when it's the issues, it means this person is purpose was to exploit. You take someone to India, you're going to work in a restaurant, but at the end of the day, they are being forced to work in brothels, be prostitute.
Yes.
They are making them to deal in drugs.
Red rooms. And
at the end of the day, they are arrested. You know, and they may first make them their visas expire.
Yes.
So those people who go out of the country on visiting visa should also be careful. But if you have a visiting visa and in your heart you know you're going to work.
And sometimes it's also called a tourist visa.
Tourist visa. You even don't know any place where you're going to tour. You don't even have a single coin on you.
Touring a prospective employer. Because I'm looking for a job.
Now you reach in a home, they first leave you. They will not tell you actually the truth that you've come to do prostitution. They will be like, okay, we are still setting up the restaurant. Meanwhile, they are buying time for your visa to expire. So when it expires, it's like you have no way out.
You're in their hands.
They're like, you move on the streets, you're going to be arrested for overstay.
You're at their mercy.
Now you are at their mercy. Anyway, they confiscate the documents and keep them. Now they tell you the job we brought you for is not there. You're going to work as a prostitute. And the money you're working is all ours because we have to recover what we used to transport you. So for they're saying, what visa? Well, it's a free visa. You come and you don't pay anything. But the moment you reach there, they are going to tell you, you're going to pay whatever we put in, and the money will be too much. So whatever money you'll be getting, imagine if you're doing prostitution and you're okay with it and you're earning, that would be it will be okay. But now you're even not earning. You're the one being exploited, but someone is the one receiving the money. So viewers out there should really be sensitized, should really always seek information. Don't just go because an individual has told you. You have phones, use them for the right purpose. Search, you know. Someone is like, I'm taking care of this company. Check. Is this company among the ones which are lawful?
Is it authentic?
Is it authentic? Why don't you even move to the ministry? It is just here in town. You know? It is always good to seek information. Be knowledgeable so that whatever you're entering in, you're like, yeah, this is the right thing. But don't just go and you're like, I was deceived. Because deception is one of the means that are used in trafficking cases. Yes, they'll be like, she accepted. But she accepted because you deceived. You got my consent because you lied to me or you forced me. Then there's that issue of debt bondage. Someone is like, I paid your parents' medical bill, so you have to be here working for me as you're clearing the debt. So human trafficking is a broad case. Then another crime can be domestic violence. Domestic violence is also broad in its own way. You know, you asked me about crimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So there is
because I mean, you represent a department that actually manages, like you say, manages exactly that. Yes.
So domestic violence. Domestic violence is also broad in its own way. First of all, domestic violence has forms.
And even women are beating men.
Yeah. And domestic violence has no boundaries. It knows no sex. It knows no age. You can suffer domestic violence when you're a man.
Yeah.
When you're a woman, you can still be violated. So men should always come out and speak out. You know, there's that thing that when you go to police, they will only listen to the woman. I think that is an individual weakness to the officer you would have interacted with. But otherwise, when we're investigating, we're supposed to be objective.
Fair to everyone.
Fair to everyone, because we know that even men's rights are violated. When you look at domestic violence, can be in forms of financial. Someone may not beat you, but there can be that financial aspect. Like you work your own money, the man takes it all, buys property, you're not featuring anywhere. You know? Or that's economic violence. So you find the man is working, using all his money to look after you, but for a woman, you're keeping all yours and you're investing independently. So that is economic or financial violence, you know. Then there is psychological.
Which is also emotional, right?
Yeah, emotional. Someone may not even touch you, but like the actions themselves, that like they can kill you when you're just there watching. Someone comes, that silence, doesn't talk to you, doesn't give an explanation, goes away, comes after like these days. You know, so like you have a lot of questions with unanswered, they are not answered. Yes. So the person end up being like stressed, traumatized. By the end of the day, you find someone is becoming like kind of mentally sick. So that is another form. Then there is physical, which involves beating,
etc.
A lot. So when you go to sexual, there's also that one. So that is again a whole thing where now so you find that you have sexual offenses like rape, defilement, incest. You know incest, yeah? Sexual intercourse among relatives. It happens especially in holidays, or these parents who like sending their children to relatives. So you should be careful where you send your child to, you know. Yeah, it really does during holidays.
Okay. We'll be getting back to that perhaps as we get